Hi guys, it's Chris again with the Guitar Hero drum videos and Rock Band drum videos. Today I'm going to show you guys how to interface your E-Kit or Ion Kit drum module with this, the Guitar Hero World Tour drum set. The World Tour drum set, look how small it is compared to the Ion set. It's really not a lot of fun to play. It's not very sensitive, the pedal sucks. Valid attempt on Activision's part, you know, for a $100 drum set or whatever it costs these days. But for those of you that want, you know, the best experience possible, either use your electronic kit or pick up an Ion set and start customizing it. I've heavily customized mine. It's still evolving all the time. But today I'm going to show you guys how to interface your Alesis DM5 module, and of course not all of you have an Alesis module. You might have a Yamaha module, a Roland module. Not a big deal. If you have any of those, they should support MIDI out to the MIDI in on the Guitar Hero World Tour set, or you could just kind of rip the brain off, and I'll show you. You know, the brain does come off, and there's a tutorial online. And you guys can basically just build it into its own little standalone box so that you don't have to have the whole drum set sitting next to your E-Kit. You can kind of just mount it like I did. Now mine isn't exactly just a custom box. Mine is actually a Guitar Hero World Tour J5 box, which is a completely different monster, but it's still basically the same thing as the drum set. The only difference is the J5 actually has all custom circuitry and hardware so that I can interface it using 1/4-inch jacks direct to any electronic drum kit. It also has sensitivity adjustments built into it, so I can adjust the sensitivity of each pad, and it's pretty much a standalone module. Now, of course, for those of you that want to leave the World Tour set behind, like I said, there is a tutorial online. I will post it in the comments section where to find it, on how to take all the insides out that you need that are necessary and build a nice little standalone box. And I'm going to also do a tutorial for that eventually, getting to it little by little. So many videos, so little time. But today I'm actually going to show you, for those of you that want to use your electronic kit or your Ion kit with your drum module through MIDI, I'm going to show you how to set it up real quick and how to get going. So I'm just going to use my J5 for example. Let's just pretend it's that full-size kit over there. Basically, you've got your MIDI out port in the back, or MIDI in port I should say, and you run the wire to your drum module, which in my case is the Alesis DM5, and just plug it in. All your pads, of course, are wired to the drum module. Whether you have, a full professional E-Kit like Roland V drums, or an Alesis Pro set, or Yamaha DT Express set, whatever it may be, all your pads are wired to your drum module, which you guys probably have hooked up to a speaker or a set of headphones or whatever it may be. But we can, actually using one wire, that MIDI wire, we can connect it to the World Tour set and turn that full kit into basically a drum set for video gaming, to play Guitar Hero, and it works for Rock Band as well. So let me show you real quick on the DM5 how to set it up. You'll have to excuse, it's a little dark, and I'm just going to move the camera back and forth a little bit. First thing you need to do is, there's a button on there called External Trigger. You press that. The External Trigger button will allow you to hit the pads and then automatically pick the trigger for you for which pad it is, so that we can adjust each pad to the proper number, MIDI note number. That MIDI note number, there are specific numbers for specific colors. I'll run through them real quick. Of course, you could do a quick look up on Google, but you need MIDI, and this is common across all drum modules. So MIDI note 38 is for your red. Your yellow is MIDI note 46. Your blue is MIDI note 48. Your green is MIDI note 45. And your bass trigger, or your kick pedal, is MIDI note 36. And then MIDI note 49 for Guitar Hero World Tour is or any of the Guitar Hero games that use drums, 49 is orange. That's not necessary for Rock Band, but you would just basically turn your cymbals back to green, which is 45. Well, anyway, back to how to set it up. First thing you need to do is hit the external trigger, like I said. Next button you need to hit is your MIDI button. And this is important on the DM5 because the MIDI button lets you bring up what MIDI channel you're on. There are, on this set, I don't know, 16 MIDI channels. By default, the MIDI channel is set to 0. 0 will not talk to the Guitar Hero World Tour drum set. You have to talk to it on channel 10. So the first thing you do is you store it as channel 10, and you hit your store button, and you're good to go. Next thing you need to do is then again hit your external trigger, hit your drum set, then hit your external trigger. Drum set. The DM5's got 20 different kits. I picked set 20 because it's the demo set. I don't really use the demo set when I'm freestyle drumming, so we can kind of use that because the MIDI notes that you pick that the game recognizes, if you actually put your headphones on, they're not going to be the proper sounds. So, for example, MIDI note in the game for yellow is 46. I have that mapped to both my hi-hat and I have it mapped to the yellow pad. So in the game, it'll be correct for the cymbal, and of course there is no yellow pad in Guitar Hero, so it will be the same sound. But for example, the cymbals, I've got 3 cymbals. There's only one orange cymbal in the game. I have all 3 of my cymbals mapped to orange, so they're all the same sound. Sometimes the snare and the 2 toms just don't sound right. So anyway, but it doesn't matter what the sounds are because we're not looking to drum out of a set of earphones or a speaker. We're looking to turn the drum set into a game controller. So I picked my MIDI channel, and I picked demo set, which is set 20. And I'm going to hit the external trigger. And first, I'm going to pick up a drumstick, and I'm going to hit my red. Now, my red is actually mapped to trigger number 8. No, I'm sorry, trigger number 10. And my MIDI note is 38D, or 38, which is correct. But if not, you would just hit your arrow once so that the MIDI note starts blinking, and then you would just kind of dial it until you get to the right note. So for red, it's 38. And you don't have to hit anything. You just now hit yellow, so you hit your cymbal, and hold on, yellow cymbal, 46, yellow, 46. It's still blinking. If it's not 46, just dial it to 46. Now I'm going to hit the blue pad. Shows up as my trigger 5. And the note is 48. Well, blue is 48, so that's correct. Now, just for the fun of it, since there is no yellow pad, but I do have a yellow pad, I'm going to hit the yellow pad, which is 4. And I'm also going to make that blue, which is 48. Then I'm going to hit green. And green is 45, and it's on 45. And, oh, excuse me one second. Next, I'm going to hit one of my cymbals. My cymbal comes up as number 9, and 49 is the proper note for a cymbal. And then I'm going to do that for all my cymbals, so on and so forth. Lost my stick. Let me just set the right one again. Okay. We're all set. When you're done, hit the store button. It'll say store is 20. Hit yes. You got your drum set stored. You are good to go. Basically, each pad is mapped to the proper MIDI number, and through MIDI, it talks to the DM5 talks to the Guitar Hero World Tour box, whether it be my J5 or the actual set if you have the set just standing right next to it, and you're good to go. You can actually start using your E-Kit and enjoy. Check out my next video.